In this video, I will create a 3D practice drawing of a mechanical component in Autocad. So let's start with 3D modeling workspace and make sure you're in 3D modeling workspace. Right now you can see that I am in 3D modeling. If you're not, then click on this drop down and change it to 3D modeling. You can also switch this to 3D modeling workspace from this gear icon. So click on this gear and change it to 3D modeling if you're not in 3D modeling workspace. Once you've reached this workspace, start your drawing by creating a circle. So let's go to this draw panel and click on circle. Click at any point in your drawing area and create a circle with a diameter equal to 36 units. So press D for diameter and 36 and enter. So here we have this circle. So depending upon the scale of your drawing, you may find that this circle appear very large or very small. So we'll just make some adjustments. So double click your scroll button or the middle mouse button and your drawing will fit into a screen. Now zoom out, and if you're not able to zoom out further, then type REA on command line, which stands for regenerate all, and press enter. So now you'll be able to freely zoom in and zoom out. So now we have done this. Let's make another circle. So go to circle again and make a circle with diameter of 70 units. So type D, enter, and 70. So here we have another circle with diameter of 70 units. Now go to circle again, and this time I'll create a circle with radius 45 unit. So click at the same center and enter 45 as the radius. So here we have this third circle as well. Now go to line command, click at the center of this line and track it upwards. You'll see that a green tracking vector appear if you track it upwards, and if this tracking vector is not visible, then click on this object snap tracking and turn it on. Once you have turned it on, you'll see that this green tracking vector will appear. Now type 65 on command line and press enter. So this will create a reference line of length 65 units. Now we'll create some circles on this end point as well. So go to circle again, click at this end point, and now make a circle with diameter 18 units or radius 9 units. So I'll type 9 and press enter. Again go to circle command. So for that I just need to press enter. It will repeat the last command. So make another circle with radius of 24 units. So here we have another circle with radius 24 unit, and we also need to make one more circle with diameter 36 unit or radius 18 units. So go to circle with the same center, make a circle with radius 18 unit and press enter. So here we have these three circles. Now we need to make some adjustments to this drawing, but before we make adjustments, we need to make one more reference line. For making one more reference line, select this line command, click at this point, and now drag your cursor towards left. You'll again observe this green tracking vector. Now enter a length of 72 units. So 72 and press enter. So here we have another reference line. Now go to line command again, click at this end point. Now track it upwards and enter a length of 37.5 units. So 37.5 and press enter. Again go to line command, click at this point, and now we need to touch this line exactly at the tangent point of this circle, which is completely outside. For that, press and hold shift key and then right click. You'll see that this contextual menu will appear. From this menu, select tangent and now move your cursor to this circle. You'll see that it will snap exactly at the tangent point now. So click here and press enter to exit this command. Again press enter to start line command, and now go to this center but don't click, and now track it towards right side. You'll see an intersection point at the intersection of this circle and this tracking vector. Click at this point on the outermost circle and now drag it downwards so that it directly intersects the another circle as well. So here we have this next point. If you're not able to see that intersection point, then make sure that you have turned on O-snap, and in O-snap intersection is turned on. Now let's trim some of these lines. But before trimming, I'll create one more reference line that starts from this point and extends beyond the last circle. Select trim command now and press enter. Now carefully remove the lines, arcs and circle which I am removing. So click at this one and this one. So these are the lines which we don't want, and also we don't want any geometry which is under this line. Now press enter to exit this command and erase these two arcs as well. So here we have a completely clean geometry. Now we have made this geometry. All we need to do is remove these helping lines which we no longer need. So let's select this helping line and this also, remove it. We also don't need this line, remove it. Now we'll make a mirror image of this drawing. For that, select mirror command from modify panel. So expand it, select mirror, and now select complete geometry and press enter. Now click at this first point and then this end point and press enter. So here we have a mirror image. Now we need to join it because it is behaving as if these are two different kind of objects. For joining them, select all these geometries, type J on command line, which is for join, and press enter. Now you'll observe that this is a completely single unit and all these objects are now joined with each other. Okay, so now let's convert this geometry into 3D. For converting, you need to move to 3D workspace and in 3D view as well. So click on this home icon. This will take you to the 3D view of this geometry, which includes Z-axis as well, which was not initially visible. Now select press pull command from modeling panel and now bring your cursor inside this area. So click inside this area, not on the outline of any geometry, and enter a height of 14 units. So type 14 and press enter. So here we have it. Now carefully click at this area, these concentric circle. Click inside these two circles, not on any of these geometries, and now enter a height of 119 units. So 119 and press enter. So here we have it. Now again zoom this area and click inside these two concentric circles, and now you need to enter a height of 19 units. So type 19, press enter. Repeat it for this concentric circle as well. So move here, click here, and now enter a height of 19 units and press enter. Press enter again to exit this command. So now we have made many geometries and we have converted the initial geometry or the base geometry into 3D, but it's not properly visible. To make it properly visible, click on this visual style control and change it to shaded view. So once you do this, you'll see that your visual style is now clearly visible. Let's turn this grid off also. And now let's orbit it. Let's see what we have made. Okay, so we have made this much of our drawing. Now let's make another part of this drawing. For that, first we need to move our cursor. So click on this origin on coordinates panel and now move your cursor to this point. Carefully move it to this point and now click on this front hotspot of view cube so that this front portion is visible to you. Now you can see that ZX plane is visible parallel to your eyes. We need to change that. We need to change it to XY view. So for that, click on this drop down menu for view and change it to view. Now you'll see that XY is now visible and we can make our own geometry. Now let's start with rectangle command and click at this endpoint. So now here starts our rectangle. Now we need to make a rectangle so that its length is 56 units and height is 36 units. So for that, I'll enter at minus 56 because we want to make our rectangle towards left of this origin or this coordinate, comma, height 36 because we want to make it upwards, and press enter. So here we have this rectangle with length 56 and height 36. Now we need to make some other geometries. For that, select circle, click at this midpoint and click at this endpoint. Go to circle again click at this center point and now make a circle with radius 14 units here. So 14 and press enter. Now go to trim command, press enter and trim these lines. Okay, so we are not able to trim these lines as you can directly see. So we have another solution for this as well. We can break it if we are not able to trim it. For that, let's expand this modify panel and go to break. Now select the circle and select the first point. But before that, click on first point on command line. Make sure that you click on this first point. Now here is our first point, and now drag it in anti-clockwise direction and click on the second point. Now go to break command again, select break, and now again select this rectangle and select this first point. Click at this first point and then this second point, and here we have it. Now our complete geometry is ready. All we need to do is join these two parts. So select these two geometries, type J on command line and press enter. And here we have a completely single segment. Now click on this home icon again. And if you see that the background has changed, then right click on this view cube and change it to parallel. So in that way you'll be able to see a parallel view of your drawing. Now we need to again make some changes to this. For that, go to press pull and click inside this geometry as you have done previously. And now we need to drag it in this direction up to 75 units. So type minus 75 because Z axis is pointing, positive Z is pointing in opposite direction. So for that you need to enter minus 75 and press enter. So here we have it. Now we need to add more details to this drawing. So let's orbit this drawing and move our origin. So click on this origin and move it to this center point. So keep holding shift, then right click, center will appear. Now move your cursor and click when this center mark is visible. So you can zoom in also if this center mark is not properly visible. So now I can see this center. So click here and now this will be placed exactly at the center. So now once it is placed on the center, click on this hotspot, which is front, and now you'll see that currently we have ZX plane as the parallel plane, which we don't want. So again we need to change the plane. So click at this drop down and change to view. Here we have it. So now the current plane is XY plane. Okay, now let's make some changes again. So go to this origin and again we need to move this origin, this time downwards. Take it all the way down up to this point and enter a depth or value of 30 units. So 30 and press enter. Now here we have it at exactly the point where we want it. Now click at this hotspot and on back. Now we need to move it outwards as well. So for moving it out, again we need to select this origin, and now you can see that it's only moving in these two directions, but we actually need to move it in Z direction. For that, click on this home and now you'll be able to move it in Z direction as well, but make sure that Z direction is visible for you. So here we have it. Now this green tracking vector is visible. Now enter a distance of 65 units. So 65 and press enter. So this part is very important. You need to move your UCS exactly at the position where it should be. Once you have moved it to the exactly proper location, then go to this top hotspot and rotate your UCS if required. Rotate your view and change it to parallel by right clicking on it. So here we have our UCS as XY coordinate plane. Now go to circle and enter 0, 0 on command line and press enter. So this will make a circle exactly at the center of our new coordinate, and enter a circle with radius 12.5 units. Press enter again to repeat circle command and enter 0, 0 as origin, and this time enter a circle with radius of 24 units. So here we have both these circles. Now go to this home icon and you'll observe that these are the circles which we have made, which was not visible initially, but now you can clearly see these two circles. Now we need to make a geometry from these circles. So right click on parallel, go to press pull, click inside this concentric circle, but make sure that it is selected. So go to these two circles and then click inside. So now I can select it. So go to this top view, and in this way you'll be able to see where this is going. So all you need to ensure that this gets inside this part, but it should not come out from this. So let's click at somewhere here. So here we have it. So this is more or less like approximation for this part. So now we have made this geometry as well. So all we need to do is make a union, because this acts as if these two are different objects. So now we need to combine these two objects. For that, go to union, select this, and then select this geometry and press enter. Now this will act as a single object. Now in case you want to intersect this area from this completed drawing, that also you can do. So for that, go to extrude and click on the circle which is inside. But before doing that, make sure selection cycling is turned on. You can turn on selection cycling if it is not visible from this menu, and here we have selection cycling. So make it visible and then click it to turn it on. Now click at this point, you'll see that this menu will appear when selection cycling is turned on. Select circle and now press enter. So a circle will be made. All you need to do is get inside this and make sure that this circle touches this center point. Now we need to subtract this circle from the complete geometry. So select subtract, select this outside geometry, press enter, and then select the circle which we have made and press enter again. And you'll notice that it's now intersected from the geometry. Okay, so we have done this. Now one final detail that we need to add in this geometry is a wedge shape over here. So for creating that wedge shape, we need to again move our UCS. For that, click on this origin again, and this time move again your cursor to this center point and click on this left. You can rotate this view if you want, and again click on this view and change it to view. So here we have this XY. Make sure that you always make your drawing in XY plane, because a drawing cannot be made in any other plane in AutoCAD. So now we have reached this XY plane. Let's start making our geometry. So I'll start with a line command and select this center point. Now make a line. So drag your cursor towards this left side of your geometry and enter a length of 35 units. So 35 and press enter. So we have made our line. Now press enter. Orbit this drawing. You'll see that a line has been made. Now we need to move this already made geometry. So we have made this geometry or this polyline. So select this polyline and now we need to move it. So here we have it. When you select this polyline, you'll see that this gizmo will appear. Now click on this green gizmo. If you are not able to see this gizmo, then go to this move gizmo and select move gizmo before selecting the object, and you'll be able to observe this gizmo. Now once this gizmo is selected, drag it towards this side and enter a length of 37.5 units. So here we have it, 37.5, and press enter. Now this will move it exactly to the center of this geometry which we have made. Now go to top view, rotate it towards 90 degrees, select this line command again, click on this endpoint, and we need to make a line which is tangent to that geometry. So again press shift and hold it, then right click, select tangent and move to this, and here we have a tangent geometry. Now we need to make remaining geometries. For that, again I'll select line command, go to this point and now drag it downwards and enter a length of 105 units. and now drag it towards left and enter a length of 37 units and press enter. So here we have it, which is exactly at the point which we want, and now press enter. The results may not be visible to you right now, but we need to orbit this geometry, and now we need to hide some parts of this geometry in order to see the result which we have created. So select this geometry, and this geometry. Now right click, select isolate and select hide objects. Now all these objects are now hidden from our view, and now you can see all the 2D geometries which we have created. If you want, you can hide these two geometries as well. Select these two geometries, now isolate and hide objects. So all the geometries are now hidden. You can directly remove these geometries, we don't need them anymore, and you can remove this internal circle as well. And this is the geometry which we want to take care of. So here we don't want this line, so remove it. Now go to break and select this object. Select first point and select this as the first point, which is the intersection of this line and this segment. And now as second point, select this point. So here we have our geometry which we need. So again, select all this geometry and click on join, or you can directly type J on command line and then join this. So here we have this as a single polyline. Now click on this icon of unisolate objects and click on end object isolation. So this will bring all the objects in clear view. So here we have this geometry. All we need to do is add a final detail. For that, select extrude, select this line, press enter, and enter a thickness of -6 unit, because positive Z is pointing towards you and we want to make it in the negative side. So press enter now, go to press pull, select this face and enter a length of 6 units, press enter. So now we have made this geometry with a thickness of 12 units. So here we have a final geometry of 3D mechanical component which we want to make. I hope this video was useful to you. If you have questions, if you're not able to understand certain part of this drawing, then please let me know in the comment box and I'll get back to you as soon as possible. And do like, comment, share and subscribe. Thanks for watching.